Hey guys, welcome back. Oh, I've been reading all day, and I was just crying buckets and buckets and buckets. Oh my god. I've been reading American Gods. I held it together, like, all the stuff about, like, the Norse gods and all the gods having hardships and that. And then I got, like, if you're about halfway through the book, you'll get to the part about Vodoun. Now, I don't know where this child learned Vodoun, okay? That's not how it was taught by the Haitian Mambos and Hugans that taught me, but that's beside the point. If you work with him, you will just start to cry buckets and buckets and buckets, and you won't be able to stop. The only reason I did stop is because they're all looking at me like, they were concerned. They're like, please, please don't cry anymore. And I'm like, gonna cry now, but it's a hard read about halfway through the book. So if you cry as much as I do, I cry more than Freda does. You may want to skip that part. It's just like my heart. Um, it was hard. It wasn't happy, and it was very hard to read that part. Not that the other parts aren't hard, but I guess that's like the economy. Most of the gods in the novel have come here with, with free people, or I'm not going to get an argument about indentured servants and such and whether or not people were free when they came here. But, with gods brought over from slavery, and I started crying. I couldn't stop because I hate slavery. I would have been an abolitionist. I'd have been killing white people. But I do not put up with anything like that, and I still can't see how human beings can do that to other human beings. So be ready to cry when you read this book. I mean, it's like, it seems like the chapter goes on forever, and they kind of lay the groundwork, and they kind of like briefly touch on the Haitian Revolution, and how Haiti came to be, and lay the groundwork for what would be Marie Laveau. And it's as good a groundwork as any. Everybody's going to argue about who she was and where she came from and who her mama was and everything else. It was a really hard read. And what really set me off is Legba was in there. And we have him over here as we usually say Legba or something, or you can treat them both separately as you will. And Dambala and Ogu, and the more names I saw, the harder I started to cry. And I'm like, and they're like, what is it? And I'm like, and Lake was like, why am I the one you always come to and cry? And I'm like, you're the one that understands. You're the one that takes the prayers up. And it's kind of funny now. I mean, there's nothing funny about crying about it, but poor Legba. It's like every time I'm gonna cry about it, he gets it. And Freda's just standing there like, cry. That's what you should do. Because Freda gets it. Freda cries all the time. All the Fredas cry. It just depends what they're crying about. Some of them are crying angry tears, and you better run. But oh god, she was like the only one that was like really calm and happy and loving. Like, see, this is good. This is healing tears. And poor Ogo's just standing there horrified, like, oh my god, I could have done that countdown. I knew you would cry. Oh, but yeah, I started to cry buckets, and I don't talk about them much because I'm super hyper protective of them, and I am tired of people coming up and telling me their business. Telling me about my business. I'm like, hey, if Haitian Ugans and Mambos would teach me, then you got no right to be stepping up to me and telling me things, because they knew I was a witch, and they knew who I was and where I was from and everything. It wasn't like I was pretending to be something I was not. Just, it's hard. I was trying to think of something I was going to tell you in this about when I was studying Vodoun, about the way we were taught and everything, and, it said I had to get away from studying it, not because of the teacher so much, but because, I had one teacher tell me, well, you belong in New Orleans, and I was like, excuse me? She says you sound more like somebody from New Orleans. Now, she's as American as I am, mind you. But she just had the greatest contempt for me, so I got away from having any teachers and went off on my own, which was fine because I can work with them the way that I need to work with them. And I do everything properly. Don't be looking at me like I don't. I do everything as far as you can without doing, being in a house. And I probably couldn't be in a house because I got the bad old ticker in one possession, and that would be the end of me. And nobody would know any better. They just possess you, and you go bump on the ground and be like, "Oh, dang." So yeah, and I don't have it in me anymore to sit there for a religious service. I don't care who it's for. I can't do it. It's why I don't go to pagan meets or like festivals or something. I don't have the discipline to sit there anymore. I was forced through it for over a decade being Catholic, and I'm like, oh, I'm never going to a religious ceremony again. I don't care who it's for. So yeah, that's like one thing I won't do, but I do work with them as far as you can work with them outside a house, which is what a lot of people actually do. You don't have to belong to a house, and a lot of people are going to be angry about that, but you don't have to belong to a house. Not everybody's called to a house, especially if you have the temperament where you don't listen and you'll challenge authority, and they know you're just going to be a problem. The spirits will be like, yeah, you can be on your own. But it brought so much back, and then I'm like crying buckets, and my Vodoun altars are actually all around the house. And stuff gets shifted as people come and go, and like they work with me and such. And I was just crying buckets because even though they have these magnificent altars, they're like not all in one room with me. And they're like, they can't be. It's okay, I'm crying buckets, and barons are like, and, they were all concerned. They were all concerned. But I've noticed that the ladies will come in and be like, it's okay, cry, it's okay, you can cry. And like Bo was like, it's okay if you cry, but the males, they get distressed because the men feel I get the sense they feel they haven't protected you from it. And I'm just like, how I am. I'm like a Bart Freda because she's my mom and I'm going to cry. So yeah, that is a very hard part of that book to read if you do practice Vodoun, or you might start crying buckets even if you don't. I mean, it's hard to read about slavery. It should be if you're a decent human being. I don't care what color you are, it should be. So yeah, there are parts in here that are extremely hard to read. There are other parts that I didn't like either because they were kind of hard to read, but that was the part that I totally lost it, broke down. But I will go on. I needed a break. I was like, I can't keep reading. Right after that, I need an emotional break. I need an emotional timeout. And I figured I'd record it while it was fresh, because if I just kept going on and reading the book, it would become a footnote. And I'm like, no, you have to know this really hurt, so that if you're sensitive and you pick up the book, you are ready. This is the author's preferred edition or something or other. It's like, I think this is what every edition is now, but it's like 700 some pages. So, I don't know if that's in every edition, but pretty sure it is. So, yeah, I've read farther than I ever have so far. I'm like I said, 400 some pages in. So, yeah, I'm gonna read some more. Hopefully I'm not gonna cry like that anymore. Probably am. But hopefully I'm not. And, yeah, it's just, there are things about his writing style I don't care for. But, I'm not him. I don't know where he's coming from. But there are things kind of raise my hackles. But maybe I'm, like, seeing stuff that's not there. So, yeah, when I'm done, I'll give you a complete review. It's just, that was really hard. And I don't know if he put it in the book because he really felt that this was a horrible event, or he put it in the book for, God's forbid, put it in the book for shock value, or what he put it in there for, but it was really hard to read. So, if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Yeah, I've been lounging around. I did laundry today. I threw it in the dryer. Kept Just kept around the house and read the entire day. That's what I did. Well, made hot chocolate for Odin because, like, he drinks so much hot chocolate in this book, and he was thoroughly amused. But yeah, I will be okay, guys. I needed to step away from the book for a minute and calm down, and there's nothing I can do. Ogu's like, it doesn't matter how much you cry, you're not bringing the ancestors back. Now that just made it worse. I started to cry harder. He meant well, but that was not what I wanted to hear. Oh, okay, guys. I will be okay. It's just a subject that really gets me upset and emotional because I had so much problems when I was studying, and usually not from people of African descent. It was usually from white people trying to tell me my business and telling me I could not work with who called me. And I'm like, have you ever met them? If you don't work with them, they will seriously mess you up, and then you will work with them. I mean, I love them. They are literally my family, but if they want you and you won't work with them, they will make you sorry, and then you will work with them. Is what will happen. Oh, okay. So yeah, I was kind of reading about my family there. That hurt a lot. Okay, so oh, that was what I wanted to tell you. I wanted to tell you. I had Haitian Mambos and Hugons, and I had other people tell me as well. When you get into Vodoun, this is your history as well. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, green, blue, brown, orange, yellow, flew in from Mars and the spirits contacted you. This is your history as well. What happened in Haiti, what happened on the slave ships, everything that happened. It's your history as well, and those are your spiritual ancestors, which is why it hurts so much. I mean, it hurt even before I met them. Well, I've always had them around. It's a long story. I've had them around since I was a little girl. But slavery and everything hurt me before them. But then when they become, you're told that, yeah, these are your ancestors because you've been called, and these are your ancestors now. As much as if, they were in your bloodline. It really hurts. And we are all literally one people. It's only melanin in the skin that makes us appear, darker, lighter, what have you. So it really hurt, and slavery still makes no sense to me because it's stupid and it's fracked up and everything else. It's horrible and evil. And it just, okay, I'm gonna try to calm down. But, if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and blessed be. And yeah, I will try to calm down, but that really gets me in my heart right here. Okay, guys, see you later. Bye bye.